It's time for me to say something that's gonna make everybody hate me. AI is good. There's no more AI slop. There's just slop creators, and AI is only going to get better. In fact, AI is better than most artists and most creators at this point. It just is. Most video creators and most artists can compete with AI in speed and how things actually look, how good it actually looks. And you can be as mad as you want, but that's just a fact. And here's what's gonna make you really mad. The reason AI got so good and is so good is because of the people that hate AI. Isn't that ironic? The people that have the most hate towards AI, the most division towards AI, the most, oh, I don't want anything to do with AI, the most anti hate AI people are the reason AI is so good. Now let me explain and let me just run you through a couple things that explains this and makes it obvious that's the reason AI is the way it is, and the reason why the people that hate AI the most are the reason why AI is as good as it is and it's only getting better. If we go back a couple years, back to 2020 and back a little bit further, AI wasn't really a big thing. And then we look at when the pandemic hit, basically is when AI took off. But right before that, AI was a thing, and AI already started doing image generation. AI already started doing what ChatGPT does right now, which write stuff. But it was bad. It was really bad, and no one really paid attention to it. And the development of it was really slow. AI image generation was really, really slow. Snail slow. It was barely moving. It wasn't going anywhere, and it was being developed at a rate where, at its current, if it kept on that rate, it would probably take until 2030 for it to get to where it is right now for image and video generation. We all remember the first AI video with Will Smith, how bad that was, the morphing, the unrealistic, even the voice being on sync to the video and everything. We remember that video because that was just 2 years ago. That was not that long ago. And to get up to that point, it took years and tons of work, and people were working on this for hours at a time just to generate that one video. And now, 2 years later, we have free AI video generators for Sora that does all this stuff. It generates the video, it generates the audio, it generates everything all by itself just from a basic prompt. There's no prompt engineering anymore either. You don't even have to try and get these complicated prompts to get what you want. You could just tell it what you want now, and it will figure it out to what you want and generate something to accurate to what you told it to generate. As before, you had to use all these things. You have to go look up everything. You have to figure out what kind of generation I want. You have to go look up artists to compare it to what your style you wanted. You have to give it color codes, all this stuff. But now you could just say what you want and it will generate it. But why does that happen so quickly versus why it was taking so long before? It is because of all the AI hate, basically. All the people that hate mob on AI and all the people that said AI is trash, AI is not worth anything, all the anti-AI people basically created AI as what it is right now and pushed AI to become so popular and so good. And you might think, well, no, that's not true because there's a lot of people that hate AI and a lot of people that won't use AI. Yes, but the majority of people don't see it, and the majority of people will continue to use AI. And the thing is, because of all these people that hated AI and all these people that will point out the little tiny things that AI did wrong, they caused all the AI people, all AI designers, AI coders to fix those things first. Yes, they basically debugged AI unintentionally. They went around and found every little problem AI had to point it out and make fun of it so that all these people that were developing all this stuff actually went and fixed all these things. And they didn't have to do a lot of work to get the information they needed to fix it. All they had to do was just go on YouTube, go on Google, go on X, whatever, and just search for any AI image, and you would find a list of things wrong with that image right under it. Any AI image they publish, they would get hundreds of people pointing every single thing out that's wrong with that image within a matter of minutes. All the work was done for them. And this allowed them to go and change and fine tune whatever AI they're working at. Like for instance, Midjourney has what's called rating parties and rating parties basically. And what it is you go through and from all the images that they generated over a certain amount of time, usually with their new model, they go through and they release it to the community early before that new model gets released, and their community goes and rates it. And sometimes you might comment on it, but you rate it which one came out better, which one didn't come out better, which looks better, which looks more realistic, which is more appealing to your eye, basically. And they would use that feedback over a couple days to fine tune the model before releasing it. That would take a couple days, and you would have thousands of people having to log into their account, and they would go to a special thing and they would rate it, and they will go through all these images, and it will take hours upon hours and days usually for the rating party to go through. Sometimes it took weeks, but they didn't really have to do that. All they really had to do was publish all those images on Reddit or on a public forum like Facebook even, and just wait an hour, and every single one of those images would have been rated, and it would have had hundreds of comments being underneath them telling exactly what's wrong, giving these developers exactly what they needed to fix all their mistakes and go through and fine-tune the AI. And that's exactly what I mean when I say the people that hate AI the most and the most resenting of AI and the most people that go around and say they're anti-AI and they would never use AI, they are the reason AI got so good so quickly. Because if you think about it and use, even by their logic, every single one of them that hated AI and every single one of them that wanted to make it known that they're anti-AI, they would always find every little mistake and every little thing that they could find with any AI generated anything. AI generated audio, AI generated picture, and AI generated video, even AI generated like articles and everything. They would find every mistake the AI was making, and they would make a big deal about making it public for everyone to see. And by doing so, they were actually pretty much fine-tuning all these AI models for free. These big companies didn't have to pay anyone to fine-tune their models. They didn't have to pay any researchers to go through anything. No, they just had to post it and wait. And these AI haters would come in and they would fine-tune everything. They'll find every mistake, everything wrong, and they will point out how the AI was making mistakes. And that is what you will be able to use as data and information to collect to say, well, this is all the things we need to fine-tune and get rid of and find a way to make it better so these things aren't so obvious. You basically fine-tune every AI generator out there, and you did it all for free. Doesn't that suck? All your hate actually went into creating the most realistic and well fine-tuned AI image generators, video generators, AI writing generators. You did that. The people that wanted AI to work, the people that were for AI, they didn't fine-tune the AI as well as you did. They didn't go in and find all the little mistakes. They found a couple mistakes, but they couldn't find nearly as much of the mistakes as the AI haters did. They found mistakes that were ridiculous, that you as a normal person wouldn't even notice. Because even though I've done graphic design, I will look at some of the AI images and say, yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, I can see one or two mistakes and things that I would change. But then when you go onto like these forums or these posts of these people that hate AI, and you would find hundreds. They would list hundreds. They would go through these images pixel by pixel to find every little problem. I found an image that was like, oh, the hair on the left side, these couple strands of hair don't look like they're human made. It's obviously AI generated because they're mirrored too much. And I'm like, how did you notice that? How did you notice that? You had to zoom in almost 5x to even notice the thing that they have a problem with. And that's the thing. You were zooming into all these images. They were zooming into like hundreds of images and finding all the problems and then making them public. They were basically fine-tuning every AI image generator out there. And they were doing it on a faster scale than they could pay people to do. And the biggest one that I saw is like the Coke commercial, basically. The Coke commercial got so much hate from the people that hate AI. Even though it was a good commercial, it looked fine. It was good. And one of the comments on there is like, oh, Do you imagine the amount of people that it took to like fix this commercial? And it's like, yeah, it took a lot of people to make the commercial, and they generated a lot of the commercial, and then they had people go through it and fix it. And the fact that they still found all these problems, it's astounding. And guess what? The next commercial that Coke makes won't have those mistakes in it, because you basically just fine-tune them making the commercial so that whenever they make another one, the people won't notice it, because one, they'll have their editors go through it, and two, it's going to go back to give feedback on the AI model they use so that they can fix the model so that those mistakes aren't there anymore. And that is exactly what happened to all the AI generators, or at least the ones that are still left and the ones that are functioning well. They just looked at all the feedback they got from the haters and the people that hate AI, and they just fixed all the problems they pointed out. And the AI just got better, faster than people thought possible. Like right now, there's a lot of AI generated stuff that you cannot find a mistake with, that you will not be able to find any problem with, or even be able to tell that's AI generated. And as much as these people want to be like, oh, I can spot any AI image right off the box, no, you can't. That was a year ago. You can't do that anymore. You cannot spot AI generated content anymore. You just can't. And the thing is, you think you can, but no, you'll spot bad AI content that was made a year ago and AI content that was made by people that are being lazy. Because if you go and you write a good prompt and you add all the details into it, you can't tell it was AI generated. A lot of the stuff I make with AI, you can't tell it was AI. And you can say, yes, I can't. No, you can't. Because a lot of the stuff I make with AI just looks like it was done in Photoshop. And you won't be able to tell the difference, because if I can't tell the difference, you can't tell the difference. And a lot of the times I go back and I do minor edits in Photoshop afterwards. Well, not Photoshop. I use like GIMP or whatever it's called, the open source version of Photoshop. So basically, AI has gotten to the point where you cannot tell it's AI anymore. And it's all because of the people that hate AI. And that is ironic and funny, because as a person that I appreciate AI and I use AI as a tool. I don't use AI for like every single thing. I don't just want to be like, oh, AI do this for me. No, I use AI as a tool. Don't use AI to write stuff. I use AI to generate music locally, because I prefer local generated AI more than I do AI that runs on a server farm. And that's primarily because I think server farms do a lot of damage to the environment, and people may say, well, yeah, the CO2. No, it's not the CO2. It's the noise pollution, the water pollution, the other pollution that it generates that does the most damage. Because most AI farms are going to end up being run on nuclear or clean energy of some sort, so that excuse won't be there anymore, but the damage is being done by all the other stuff. And so I don't really like to use AI generated stuff from server farms. But I do use it from local systems all the time. And that's the thing. They're getting better, and the local systems are getting just as good as the ones from server farms. And the thing is, they're requiring less and less powerful computers, which is also being a good thing, because that means more and more AI is going to be generated. Not a good thing of the more and more generated, but it's also going to be more and more refined and more usable and gives you better data, basically. But yeah, the people that hate AI the most and the people that are most against AI, they're the ones that are making AI so good. And they're very much the reason AI has gotten to the point it is right now, and the reason that AI advanced years instead of just months over the past year. It is thanks to the people that hate AI so much. And it's also thanks to the people that want to use AI for money, but it's more thanks to the people that hate AI, because they're the ones that are doing all the debugging for these big companies. Unintentionally, but they are the ones doing it. And yeah, thanks for doing all the extra work, because I sure enough wasn't. I just looked at it and said, well, it came out bad. I'm going to move on and do what I have to do. Yeah. I'm not going there spending hours analyzing an image, but you are, and you did it all for the people that actually like AI. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. I have more videos coming out soon because I have a huge catalog of videos that I'm just uploading and getting out. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment below. See if you think the same. If maybe AI was promoted or pushed more by big tech versus the little people that hate AI. Maybe you think big tech is the reason it got so well so fast. I don't think so. I think it's the people that hate AI that made AI so good so fast. But I'll see you guys in the next one.